Hello, friends. Lifewave products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. If you are pregnant or nursing or on any medications or have other conditions or disease, always first consult with a physician or other qualified healthcare provider before embarking on a new treatment, product use, diet, or fitness program. This podcast recording is for educational purposes only. Roberto?
Amigos, esta es la sección de responsabilidad de Lifewave. Los productos Lifewave no están destinados a diagnosticar, tratar, curar o prevenir ninguna enfermedad o condición médica. Si está embarazada o amamantando o tomando algún medicamento o tiene otras condiciones o enfermedades, siempre consulte primero con un médico u otro proveedor de atención médica calificado antes de embarcarse en un nuevo tratamiento, uso de productos, dieta o programa de acondicionamiento físico. Esta grabación de podcast es solo para fines educativos.
Thank you for joining us.
Gracias por juntarse con nosotros. Muy buenas tardes. Esperamos que todos estén bien en esta tarde. Además, queremos darles las gracias por estar en sintonía con nosotros en este programa, en esta sesión de Lifewave. Esperamos que sea de aprendizaje para ustedes y para toda su familia. Y nuevamente, mi nombre es Roberto Reyes. He estado usando los parches de Lifewave por más o menos un mes. Y déjenme decirles que la invitación ha sido extendida a ustedes por la misma razón de que yo he tenido los resultados que he tenido y quiero que su familia los tengan también. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming in to our session of Lifewave this day. And let me tell you, again, my name is Roberto Reyes. I have been using the patches for about a month now. And since I have been using them, I have seen the results that they have given me. And for that very reason, I have invited all of you and your families to this session so you can learn about what the patches do for me. And they can do for you as well. And now I'm going to turn it over to some very knowledgeable people about the patches. And in this case, I believe is a senior director supervisor. Or what
Perfect.
is it?
It's
okay. Mercy Preble.
And Alberto, I would love for you to tell everyone before I start talking about the technology, what happened to you, like what was going on with your kidneys and what is going on now.
Okay. Ella quiere que les diga qué es lo que ha ocurrido conmigo en este mes de uso de los parches. La mayoría de ustedes conoce que yo he estado con el programa de riñones por 41 años. Y en estos 41 años, pues ha habido una degeneración de mi cuerpo por mucho tiempo. Pero desde que empecé a usar el parche X39, en las últimas ya 3 semanas, he empezado a orinar. Y tengo una sensación de energía en el cuerpo, no me canso, ya como lo hacía antes. Y ahora déjenme decirlo en inglés para aquellos que están hablando en inglés también. So I have been a kidney dialysis patient for 41 years. I have been using the X39 and the X39 patches for about a month. And in the last 3 weeks, the first thing that I noticed was the energy that came by the second, third day, an energy that I don't get tired as easy anymore, and I recuperate a lot faster. And believe it or not, I started urinating in the last 3 weeks. And that is something that I did not expect to be that quick. But the patches do work. And so that's why we invited you, so that you and your families can participate not only in whatever the patches can do for you. I mean, there are so many patches for inflammation, but I'm not the expert at it. So I'm going to let the experts tell you about the science of the patches so that you can appreciate it and enjoy. Marcy.
Wow. So this is what Roberto is talking about, is the stem cell X39 light activating patches. Do you want to say it in Spanish?
No, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Oh, yeah. No, it's okay.
Ok, esto es lo que yo estoy hablando. Ese es el parche que estoy hablando que he estado usando X39.
It looks like a Band-Aid, but it's so much more.
Se mira como una curita, pero es mucho más que eso.
When you open it up, inside is organic crystal. The white inside is organic crystal.
Cuando nosotros lo abrimos, lo que vamos a notar es un material que orgánico cristalino.
It turns out that we humans emit a low-grade light off our bodies.
Y lo que resulta que nuestro cuerpo emite una luz infrared de nuestro cuerpo.
God created the sun, which is light,
Dios creó el sol, que es luz,
and humans, which are light.
y los humanos emiten esa luz.
We know that's truth because when we go outside in the sun, we activate vitamin D in our body. Light does activate our body.
Y nosotros sabemos que eso es verdad porque cuando nosotros caminamos a la luz solar, nuestro cuerpo crea vitamina D. Y entonces, usando esa luz, nuestro cuerpo hace eso, la vitamina D, y es importante para nuestro cuerpo también.
When you put the patch on your skin,
Cuando nosotros ponemos el parche en nuestra piel,
it's a form of wearable light therapy.
es una forma de terapia que se puede usar como usuario todos los días.
The big name is called photobiomodulation.
El nombre grande es fotomodulación,
which means light affecting something in your body or activating something in your body.
que significa que esta luz va a actuar o modular algo en la luz en su cuerpo.
This wearable patch reflects back a light wave to elevate a peptide called GHK copper peptide.
Este parche lo que hace es refleja la luz infrared de su cuerpo de regreso a su piel y que activa un péptido que se llama el GHK cobre péptido en su cuerpo.
This peptide has the unique ability to call up your stem cells and say, stem cells, it's time to march again. It's time to make more of you again. And it's time to reset you to a younger, healthier state again.
Oh, he's trying to help me with what I'm going through.
Está muy bueno. Para eso estamos aquí. Este péptido tiene la habilidad de llamar a sus células madres a que empiecen a marchar otra vez y que lo hagan a usted una persona joven otra vez.
The reason this is important is at age 30, we lose half our stem cells. And by age 60, we've lost almost all of our stem cell ability.
Y la razón que la cual es importante es porque a la edad de 30 años hemos perdido un 50% de nuestras células madres. A la edad de 50, 60 años, todas nuestras células madres están dormidas ya no están funcionando.
But why are stem cells important?
¿Y por qué entonces son las células madres importantes?
They are the only cell in our body that are changeable.
Porque estas células son las únicas células en el cuerpo que se pueden cambiar a otras.
God created cells in our body that could change into anything.
Dios hizo estas células en nuestro cuerpo para que se puedan cambiar en cualquier otra célula.
Roberto's kidney cells can only be his kidney cells. His heart cells can only be his heart cells. His liver cells can only be his liver cells.
Así que mis células de riñón solo pueden ser células de riñón. Mis células de mi pulmón solo pueden ser células de pulmón. Mis células de mi páncreas solo pueden ser células de mi páncreas nada más.
But stem cells have the unique ability to turn into whatever cell, for example, Roberto needed for repair.
Pero las células madres tienen la habilidad de poder cambiarse en cualquier otra célula que mi cuerpo necesita para repararme.
So I see those stem cell armies marching again, for example, for Roberto going, we need to turn into the cells we need to fix that kidney and pee.
Y entonces, en mi caso, estas células madres se están convirtiendo en células de riñón para reparar mi riñón.
And when we are young, of course, our stem cells work really well.
Y por supuesto, cuando estamos jóvenes, las células trabajan muy bien.
We repair, we don't get sick, we have no wrinkles, we're pretty thin, we're young, we have stem cells.
Y por supuesto, cuando estábamos jóvenes, nos reparamos bien fácil, las cortadas duran fácil, nuestra piel se mira bien jovencita, etcétera. Pero cuando ya estamos a mi edad, esas células ya no trabajan tan bien como antes.
Can you imagine repairing again like you did when you were young?
Ahora imagínense que ustedes se puedan reparar así como cuando estaban jóvenes.
David Schmidt, the owner, inventor, and CEO, says when you put young stem cells on old tissue, you turn the tissue young again. We're not anti-aging, we're literally age reversing.
Y el dueño y descubridor y el físico de esta compañía, David Schmidt, que descubrió este parche, nos dice que cuando nosotros ponemos un parche X39, por ejemplo, sobre piel que ya está vieja como la mía, se vuelve joven otra vez.
In fact, there was a study.
De hecho, hubo un estudio sobre este.
He looked at age markers in blood.
Él vio a marcadores de la edad en las
Yeah.
células
In 15 people,
en 15 personas
and then he put them on X39 for 6 months.
y luego los puso con este parche X39 por 6 meses.
And then looked at their blood again
Y luego vio a la sangre otra vez
and found 14 out of 15 people reversed their age by 8 years.
y encontró que 14 de esos 15 personas habían reversado su edad por 8 años.
So I've been on the patches for 2 years. So I get to say 54 minus 8. I am now 46.
Yo puedo decir entonces, yo he estado en el parche por 2 años. Y entonces puedo decir que mi edad ha regresado entonces ya a 48 años.
So here's how you wear the patch.
Aquí está cómo nosotros usamos el parche.
12 hours on to activate and repair. Then you throw it
Dos-
away. Mhm, and
12
12
horas.
hours off. Sorry. Mhm.
I'm sorry. 12 horas se pone en la piel y luego se quita y se tira. Y
So-
luego se usa otro para el siguiente día.
So 12 hours on to activate and repair and 12 hours off.
12 horas para activar y reparar y 12 horas se quita.
You cannot wear it 24 hours over and over and over again because your body will get used to the signal and it won't work. It must be 12 on, 12 off.
Ahora, no se pueden usar 24 horas al día por la razón de que el cuerpo se va a acostumbrar a la señal que recibe y entonces ya no va a trabajar para activar y reparar. Son 12 horas, activa y repara, y luego se quita por 12 horas.
So you wear it 12 hours on to activate and repair and throw it away. 12 hours off. Then you take a new one the next day and put a new one on.
Así que se ponen nuevamente, se ponen 12 horas en la piel para activar y reparar, y luego se quitan y se descarza, o se quita, se bota y o agarra otro nuevo para el siguiente día.
You can wear it all day or all night. It doesn't matter. Just 12 hours on, 12 hours off.
Ahora, usted lo puede usar 12 horas durante el día o durase 12 horas durante la noche. No importa. La cosa es 12 horas.
Most people wear it behind the back of their neck or
La
under their belly button.
La mayoría de personas lo usan atrás de la nuca o un poquito más abajo del ombligo.
But honestly, any spot will do. You can wear it anywhere because our whole body is light.
Pero honestamente usted lo puede usar en cualquier parte de su cuerpo porque todo el cuerpo emite luz. Y lo que queremos hacer es que el parche refleje esa luz de regreso al cuerpo.
So I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2017.
En 2017 yo fui diagnosticada con cáncer.
I had 9 months of chemo and 6 weeks of radiation and a double mastectomy.
Tuve 9 meses de quimioterapia y 2 meses de radioterapia y luego tuve 2 mastectomías.
Then 6 months later, another spot came out under my skin.
Luego 6 meses después encontraron un bulto debajo de mi piel.
I, like Roberto, was feeling deflated, frustrated, sitting in my lazy boy chair, kind of like just not knowing where I was going to go and not really caring.
Así como Roberto también, yo me sentía bien mal después de todo lo que había ocurrido. No sabiendo qué hacer en mi lazy boy sentada, pero no sabiendo qué hacer.
That darn lazy boy. And my girlfriend knocked on my door. Knock, 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 knock.
Y una de mis amigas un día tocó a la puerta.
And she's a PhD in nutrition, Dr. Rhonda Donahue, and I trust her very much.
Y ella tiene un doctorado en, I'm sorry, what's the doctor in?
Oh, Dr. Rhonda Donahue, a PhD in nutrition.
Doctorada en nutrición. Una amiga mía, Dr. Donahue, tocó a la puerta.
And she brought me 10 of these.
Y me trajo 10 parches de esta clase, de X39.
I said, what are you doing? You're bringing me Band-Aids. I'm dying and you're bringing me Band-Aids. Really?
¿Qué estás haciendo? ¿Me estás trayendo curitas y yo me estoy muriendo?
And she said, but they're stem cells. Put them on. They will repair you.
Pero estas son para células madres. Te van a reparar. Ponlas en tu piel.
I had nothing to lose, so I put it on.
No tenía nada que perder, así que me las puse.
The first 2 days, the chemo metal detoxed out of my mouth.
En los primeros 2 días, los metales de la quimioterapia salieron de mi boca.
Day 5, my skin got super soft.
Para el día 5, mi piel se puso bien suavecita.
And by day 10, I felt like living again. I felt like I was 40.
Para el día 10, sentía las ganas de vivir otra vez. me sentía como de 40 años otra vez.
I think for me, the stem cells work to get rid of the traumatic stress, PTSD in my brain.
Yo creo que estos X39 trabajaron también en mi problema de PTSD.
I called her up and I said, we need to share this. We have to go to work.
Yo le llamé a mi amiga por teléfono y le dije, tenemos que compartir estos parches con otras personas.
Then I said, what are these again?
Y luego le dije, ¿qué son estos nuevamente?
And she said, they're stem cells. They activate your own stem cells, which can turn into any cell your body needs for repair. And I told her, thank you.
Estas parches activan tus células madres para poder repararte nuevamente. Y le dije, muchas gracias.
It's been 2.5 years now, and we've helped over 15,000 families in their journey of health. And I'm thankful that God kept me here to fulfill more purpose.
Ya han pasado más de 15,000 familias que hemos ayudado con estos parches y le doy gracias a Dios porque todavía me tiene aquí dando este mensaje para aquellos que quieren también compartir este viaje conmigo.
I'm thankful that I've been in remission now for 8 months.
Le doy gracias también que he estado en remisión por 18 meses ya.
So how do you get X39?
Ahora quiero saber cómo es que yo puedo conseguir estos parches X39.
You can get with Roberto and Donna. Donna helps Roberto. And it is $149 for a month's supply.
Ahora ustedes se pueden ya sea llamarme a mí o a Donna, la que está arriba superior de mí, para conseguir los parches. El precio de 30 parches, o sea, un sobre como lo están viendo, trae 30 parches, que es bueno para un mes. El valor es $149.
Or you can become a preferred customer for a one-time fee of $19.95, and then it's $99.95 a month.
Ahora, o puedes hacerse un cliente preferido, y en ese caso, por $19.95 al enrolarse, usted puede conseguir los parches por $99 por mes.
My favorite is the wholesale distributor pack for $299.
Mi favorito es ser distribuidor de los parches por $299.
It gives you 3 X39s, which is a 3 30-day supplies or a 3-month supply for $299 or $99 a sleeve.
Y les da suficiente como para 3 meses. O sea, 3 sobres y cada sobre con 30 parches por $299.
That gives you enough for yourself, your family, and even some to share.
Esto le da suficiente para usted, su familia o para alguien que usted quiera compartir.
And then I recommend going on one X39 the following month to keep your stem cells continually activated.
Ahora, y le sugiero ahora entonces también después de eso, conseguir un mes más de X39 para mantener sus células madres activas.
X39 is the workhorse of the line. This is David's #1 patch.
El X39 es el parche número 1 de la compañía Lifewave.
But there are a few others that I really like that go with this that David has created that based on what's going on with you, you may want to put in that silver kit I talked about.
Pero hay otros parches también que van acompañando al X39 dependiendo de la situación que usted quiere reparar.
The second best patch, in my opinion, is called Eon.
El siguiente parche que yo les recomiendo es el ION.
Eon activates a peptide that stops inflammation.
Este parche ION es un péptido que para la inflamación.
It's also the peptide in the queen bee jelly.
También es el péptido que se encuentra en la royal jelly de las abejas.
It's the reason queen bees live 50% longer than worker bees.
Y por eso es que las abejas trabajadoras, las obradoras, son las que trabajan más por todo el día y no se cansan.
I call these David's regenerate and repair patches.
David les llama a estas regenerar y reparar parches.
And these two patches also increase longevity.
Además de eso, estos dos parches juntos pueden aumentar la longevidad.
Also, because Eon stops inflammation, and inflammation is an eater of stem cells, when you wear these two together, Eon turbocharges the X39 to work better.
Y resulta que la inflamación lo que hace es come las células madres. Así que cuando usted usa estos dos parches juntos, entonces le da un turbocarga a las células madres para que hagan su trabajo y al Eon para que baje la inflamación.
My third favorite patch is called glutathione.
Mi tercer favorito parche es el glutatión.
Glutathione is your body's master antioxidant system and master detoxification system.
Este parche ayuda a no solo a detoxificar el cuerpo, pero también a deoxidar al cuerpo.
I like to say glutathione is the polar outer of all yuck, virus, fungus, mold, toxins, metals, plastics, pesticides.
Este parche de glutatión tiene la ventaja que puede sacar todo lo que está yucky en el cuerpo. Por ejemplo, plomo, metales, plásticos, químicos, etcétera, en el cuerpo, este parche lo saca.
Where X39 and Eon are all about regeneration and repair.
Donde
Glutathione
estos dos, X39 y el Eon, son para reparar.
Glutathione is all about building your immune system.
Glutatión es para reconstruir su sistema inmunológico.
Then our newest patch is X49.
Y nuestro parche más nuevo es el X49.
X49 is a stem cell patch like X39.
El X49 es una parche para las células madres, así como el X39.
But X49 is all about sculpting the physical body.
Pero X49 es para poder mejorar y moldear el cuerpo humano.
You will reduce your body fat by 10% in 30 days.
Usted va a reducir su gordura por 10% en 30 días.
You will increase your lean muscle mass.
Y va a aumentar su músculo por la masa muscular por 10%.
You will increase your grip strength.
Va a aumentar su fuerza de las manos.
So I like to say that X39 and Eon are about regeneration and repairing your cells.
Así que a mí me gusta decir que el X39 y el Ion son para reparar sus células
X39 is going to make your body hot.
y el X39 va a hacer su cuerpo caliente.
But it does more.
Pero hace más que eso.
It also supports your brain and your heart.
También apoya a su cerebro y a su corazón.
Reduces blood pressure.
Reduce la presión arterial.
Increases bone growth.
Aumenta la densidad de los huesos.
And protects you from 5G radiation coming from your phones.
Y los protege también de la radiación 5G que viene de sus teléfonos.
So for example, for $2.99, you could fill your kit
Así que, por ejemplo, por $2.99 usted puede llenar su canastita
with one X39,
con un X39,
one X49,
un X49,
one Eon,
un Aeon
and one glutathione
y un glutathione
for $2.99.
por $2.99.
And then you could go on auto ship the following month
Y
for
luego
just
puedo-
nine,
Y
for
luego,
just $99 for one X39 the following month.
y luego puedo entrar entonces también en auto ship o auto envío por un X39 por $99.
The last patch I want to give an option to share because David has made about 15 different patches, but I just want to talk about one more.
El último parche que quiero hablar con ustedes hoy en la mañana, o esta tarde, perdón, y David Schmidt ha creado menos unos 15 parches, pero solo vamos a hablar de uno más.
It's called, hold on, just give me a minute. It's called Icewave.
Se llama Icewave.
Icewave is the pain Band-Aid.
Icewave es el bandido para los dolores.
It doesn't repair,
No repara,
but it takes pain away when
pero sí quita el dolor. And can I give my testimony on that one right now?
yeah, let me tell them how to wear it and then do it. Where X39 and Eon repair, Icewave takes the pain away.
Donde el X39 y el Ion reparan, el Icewave quita el dolor.
The way you wear Icewave, it's a 2-patch system.
Y la manera como se usa el Icewave es un sistema de 2 parches.
You put the brown patch where your pain hurts the most on your body.
Se pone el parche oscuro o café donde le duele más en su cuerpo.
You put the white patch about 3 inches away.
Y pone el parche blanco como a unos 3 pulgadas de distancia del otro.
It turns out pain is in the connective tissue.
Resulta que el dolor está en los tejidos conectivos.
So we are breaking the connection of pain through light.
Así que estamos quebrando esa conexión a través de la luz.
So this goes on your pain spot.
Así que el café va en el lugar donde tiene el dolor.
Then I would put this one under your belly button.
Y luego pondría el X39 debajo del ombligo.
I put this under your belly button.
También pondría el Ion debajo del ombligo.
I would put this under your belly button.
Y también el X49 debajo del ombligo.
And this one under your belly button.
Y el glutatión también debajo del belly button, del ombligo.
It's easy.
Es muy fácil.
Roberto, tell us your testimonial on Icewave.
Déjenme darle mi testimonio sobre el Icewave. Como les digo, tengo 41 años de estar en diálisis y al sentarme en diálisis, tengo que mantener mi brazo en cierta posición. Después de 41 años de hacer eso, mi hombro me duele tanto a la segunda hora de estar en esa misma posición. Un día dije, voy a llevar los parches y me los voy a poner para ver qué hacen. Me puse los parches. Ese día no tuve dolor. Se me quitó por completo. I was telling them that after 41 years of maintaining my arm in a particular way on dialysis, my shoulder hurts like the dickens after the second hour. Now I have to sit there for 4 hours. So by the second hour, my shoulder hurts. And so one day I decided, look, I'm going to take the Lifewave patches and I'm going to put them on this time and see what it does. By the first hour, I said, it's beginning. So I'm going to start putting the patches. I put the patches on. I asked one of the technicians, say, can you help me put my patches on? And they asked me what they were for. And I told them it was for pain. And so I put them on. That day, I did not have a pain whatsoever. I mean, I couldn't believe it. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm taking the Lifewave. So every time I go to dialysis. Now, I only tried it once. Monday is going to be my second time.
Wow, Roberto, that's awesome.
So I enjoy now that I can sit there without that pain. It was before I almost literally cried because of the pain.
Wow. Roberto, maybe some of our folks have some questions for us.
Tal vez algunos de ustedes tienen alguna pregunta sobre algún caso personal o sobre algún parche. Adelante.
Robert,
Yes.
okay, now let's talk about their Nirvana patch. What does that help for?
Wow, that's a great question. Let me show you Nirvana. So it's funny, I just got chills that you asked because I just got the whole system for my son. Yesterday it came in. So Nirvana, the patch is all about making the brain happy. It's super good for anxiety, depression, OCD, PTSD, anything that has to do with your neurotransmitters not quite connecting right. So it would be a supporter of endorphins, of dopamine, of serotonin, that kind of chemical stuff in your brain. David says that when you bliss your brain out, then your whole body is happy, and it starts with the brain. And so my son, who was diagnosed at 2.5 with autism, but he's now 23, and he's moved from autism more to OCD and anxiety, next step for that for my child. And he has a lot of anxiety. And so he comes to me every night and asks for his patches for anxiety, which are X39 on glutathione and Nirvana. And he really likes the way Nirvana works for him. But then my girlfriend told me to get the supplement that goes with it. And she says that when you do it together, it really even makes the patch work better. And so I'm just going to start this tonight on my son to see how he does. And what I think is interesting is that the Nirvana supplement is made from seaweed. And we know in the world of autism anyway, that we believe some of this is caused by a metal toxin buildup. And so we've always believed in glutathione as a polar of detoxification. So I think it's interesting that seaweed is what Nirvana is, because seaweed in the ocean is also the polar of all toxins. And seaweed will never release the toxins out. They are a holder. So it makes sense that if you're taking the pill, you'll hold the toxins and then eliminate it out, through the skin, through urination, or through defecation. So I'm super excited to try these two together. And in fact, David says for pain, of course, Lifewave is for the connective tissue, but there's also something to be said about full body pain. And these two together, they say in about 3 weeks, you will bliss your pain away through the brain, if that makes sense. And so this can be a good alternative for people who are addicted to pain meds, who have addiction issues, like this is a really interesting combination. So this is another way to get at full body pain, at addiction, and also at general joy and happiness through the neurotransmitters of the brain. That's a great question.
And then can you use that in combination with the X39?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's a no joke approach for anybody. I would say for anybody that's having brain, issues, like what I just said, anxiety, depression, OCD, autism, ADD, all of that kind of the spectrum of stuff. I would recommend X39 for stem cell, Eon for inflammation, glutathione to detox, and then the Nirvana set. That would be a powerful combination for what you're asking about.
And then one last question. What about for migraines, people that suffer from daily migraines?
I would say it would be X39 and Eon for migraines. And I would probably slowly put glutathione in there too, because I think it's a toxic issue. But glutathione, where they say Eon's the gentle giant, this is going to put you in rest and digest. And it's also going to, it's like the lavender of the line. It's his second strongest patch, but it's gentle, right? Glutathione, it's no joke. You're going to pull, you're going to detox. So if for migraines, I would start with X39 and Eon, and then I would slowly add glutathione. You can do a half of the patch for like 6 hours, and then the other half of the patch the next day for 6 hours, because you're going to want to build yourself up with glutathione. The last one for migraines that you may really like is called Alavida. Alavida you put right between your eyebrows. I wear this at night. It's really great for skin as well. It gives you, hold on just one moment. It increases collagen and gives you really, really soft skin. And it does it by reducing oxidative stress in 5 minutes. And oxidative stress is the free radicals that attack our cells in our brain, our whole body. It's why we take antioxidants like a vitamin C, but this is going to work on free radicals more like 1 million per second every second, like a fire hose in every room of the house, versus vitamin C is 1-to-1. And so that may also help with migraines. And lastly, I really love carnosine in that is really great for the brain and for organ support. So there's a combination here, but if you were going to say, top 3, I'd go Eon, X39, and I'd slowly add glutathione, and eventually I might add Alavida and carnosine down the line.
And then what about the age limit? What about for teenagers, adolescents?
Yeah, it's fine. David said that 20 years ago, kids didn't need our patches, but our world got so toxic. He recommends X39 and glutathione for all children now.
Excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Muy bien, ¿alguna otra pregunta? Another question? I have a question for people that have diabetes. What do you recommend?
Sugar, diabetes. I would say for diabetes, I would do X39. So that would be stem cell. I would do Eon for inflammation. I would do glutathione to pull the yuck out. And I would do carnosine to support the pancreas. I do those 4.
Yo usaría esos 4 para mantener en diabetes. X39, el Eon para la inflamación, carnosine y glutathione.
And carnosine, we didn't talk that much, but carnosine and X49 are very similar.
Carnosine y el X49 son muy similares.
They both support all the organs in the body.
Apoyan todos los órganos del cuerpo.
X49's going to shape the physical body in addition.
El X49 en adición va a escultar, a modelar el cuerpo humano, el físico.
Carnosine is going to increase the telomeres on your DNA.
El carnosina va a aumentar los talómeros del el ADN. Ahora, let me explain what the telomeres, for those that don't know what that is in Spanish. Talómeros son en las cromosomas, los puntos de los cromosomas, a eso se les llama los talómeros, de las puntas del cromosoma. Cuando el cromosoma, esas puntas están cortas, los científicos han notado que se corta la vida. Cuando están largas, es que la vida se alarga. Okay, what I mentioned is that the endpoints of the chromosomes are called the telomeres in Spanish, talómeros.
Mm-hmm.
When they're short, it means that your lifespan is shortened. When they're long, it means that the scientists have found that your life gets longer.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, that is correct. I would say that the key longevity patches of our line, like what increases longevity, would be these three. X39, Eon, Carnosine.
Estos tres son los que le dan larga vida a uno, el X39, el carnosine, y what's the third one? Carnosine, X39.
And Eon.
And Eon, en la Eon, el Eon.
The two that support the brain and the heart the best is X49 and Carnosine.
Los que apoyan al corazón, la mejor son el X49 y el carnosina.
The two that give you the increased collagen and super soft skin would be X39 and Alavida.
Para que les dé una piel bien suavecita es la X39 y el Alavida.
The patches that take pain away would be take pain away through the brain or take pain away through the connective tissue.
So, los parches para quitar el dolor, ya sea a través del cerebro o a través de la conexión del tejido. Son estos dos, el Ice Wave o la combinación de Alavida.
Nirvana.
Perdón, Nirvana.
Nirvana also makes the brain happy. It's
También
the happy.
le hace a uno también lo hace más feliz a uno. My brother's trying to ask a question.
Yes.
He's texting me. Can you, I don't know if you can open his mic at some point. So
Which one's your brother? Who's your brother?
Solomon.
Solomon, hold on, let me see. So Solomon, you're on the phone. You have to *6, I think, to unmute yourself, Solomon. Can you *6 yourself?
Yes.
There he is.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you
You're
very much.
welcome.
Yes, I want to know. Okay, I have an animal. Okay, I have a cat who is possibly having a
Cancer mass.
cancer mass. Yes, so it's possible that he might have cancer. In the system. So, what can I do to help with that?
Yeah, so I asked David what I should take, and he told me the tumor busters are X39 for stem cell, Eon for inflammation, and glutathione to take the yuck out. So those would be the three I would put on your cat.
Okay, and I imagine I would put them at night.
I think that would be best. I think it'd be hard during the day, and you could put them right on the cat's collar. You can put them on the cat's fur, but you might need to put some tape on it. I don't know how that's going to stick, but you'll have to kind of play around with it.
I thought about putting it on his stomach.
Oh, that's perfect.
There's no fur or nothing, so I just put it on his stomach.
And he's been okay with that?
Well, so far I've been reusing mine, the
Yeah.
X39 that I have, and
Yeah.
I've been putting on him, and
That's-
with the work.
Yeah, that's what everybody does. Everybody wears it one day for themselves and they put it on their
Ah.
pet the second day. My Alaska friends, they
Okay.
have dogs. They say that the second day works about as half as well as the first day. And after that, they say it doesn't work so well. So they all
Oh.
do the same. They all put it on their
Okay.
animal. The next day two goes to the animal.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
There's a lady. She can't be on the session. She's in, but she just had back surgery. So what would you recommend for somebody has just had surgery?
I would say the pain and repair protocol, which would be X39 stem cell, Eon for inflammation, Ice Wave for pain.
Okay.
I might do X49 for muscular skeletal support too, you know, for the body support, you know, get her
Okay.
strong in the core again. Probably that, those four.
All right. She's 86 years old and she had back surgery. So
And we're gonna get, you know, we'll get her bones growing again, her grip strength will come up, her core will get strong. She's gonna be doing just fine.
thank you. ¿Hay alguna otra pregunta? Another question? Okay, looks like no one is coming on, or maybe they don't know how to unmute themselves.
If you have a question, you can hit star, maybe you should say this in Spanish, *6 to unmute yourself.
Si tiene alguna pregunta, por favor puede presionar en su teléfono estrella 6 para poder abrir su micrófono. Estrella 6.
So Robert, she did say the X39 and what else for my
X-
cat?
Oh, X39, Eon, and glutathione for your cat.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Donna,
And,
make sure you're writing down for
how-
everybody to help. Yes.
How long would it take for me to see any results?
You know, I anywhere from 1 to 3 months. Mhm.
Okay.
Let me translate that one in Spanish because I don't think they heard it in Spanish.
Sure.
While anybody wants to ask a question. Mi hermano preguntó acerca de su gato que tiene un problemita de una masa de cáncer que se le está viendo en un lado al gatito y quería preguntar si hay algunos parches que le pueden ayudar a su gatito. Los 3 que pueden usar para su gatito, en este caso, ella recomienda es el X39, el Eon y el glutathione para ese problemita del gatito. I believe Adolf has a question but cannot unmute. Adolfo.
Adolfo, so what you can do, Adolfo, is you can, let's see here, you get right by your left is a little speaker, and you just where it says mute, and you just click it with your mouse or with your finger if you're on your phone, and that should be able to unmute. I'm asking you to unmute right now. Do you see me ask you? The other thing you can do, Adolfo, is write in chat. So you go to chat and you can write your question in chat. Do you see that? Do you want to translate for me, Roberto? Oh, wait, there he is. Hi,
Yes.
he got it. We see his picture. Hi.
And he speaks English too.
Oh, okay, so now you got to unmute your mic, Adolfo.
The bottom.
You see that mic at the bottom left? Just click it with your finger. You're on your phone. You'll get it.
Hay una señal de micrófono en la parte izquierda, allá
He
abajo.
almost got it. He almost got it.
You might
It-
need to take off silent as well.
The mute is right next to your video. They're next to each other. So you figured out how to turn your video on. See if you can hit that microphone. You see the microphone?
Sí, el micrófono está al lado del video. Pudo aprender el video, pero el micrófono está al lado del video. Presione el micrófono. O puede mandar por chat, puede enviar un texto también. Mientras tanto, ¿hay alguien más que tiene alguna pregunta? While he's trying, is there anybody else that has a question? For those that have children in school age, what would be good for them to have mental acuity, focus, concentration, memory?
I would say X39, Eon, and glutathione.
Okay.
What about Nirvana?
I would say Nirvana if they're having, probably not for a typical child, but a child that may be ADD, ADHD, autism, Asperger's, OCD, PTSD, you know, that the
wiring thing.
the wiring issues of the brain, but probably not for a typical brain, if that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yes, thank you.
One more. I have, this one's gonna sound a weird one because you don't see it every day. What would you use for somebody who has elephantitis?
What's elephantitis?
Glutathione. Sorry.
I don't know what that means.
X39 and glutathione.
Elephant
Possibly.
is a condition on humans where not only their legs, but anywhere they grow so big mass compared to the rest of the body. Okay, and they call it elephantitis.
Is that the same as being a giant? Is that the
No.
same? Different? It's
No.
just they're growing faster than they should and all over, or just
No,
This is-
elephantitis is more caused by like a leech or a disease. It's caused more for like malnourishing of water or more like malaria type of bite. It's an obstruction of the veins, of the blood vessels. More like that. It causes the whole body to inflammate into like a deformed size. It happens on the limbs more than anywhere else. It's
okay.
mainly in Africa.
I would say it would be X39 and Eon. And I would probably say X39, Eon, and probably carnosine for the organ support, I think. And I probably do glutathione, like Donna said. I'm not sure. X49 also helps with blood pressure and organ support, but it also increases bone growth. And I'm not sure if there would be a contraindication with elephantitis with that piece. So I'm feeling intuitively it'd be X39, Eon, glutathione, and carnosine,
Okay.
just based on what I know.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
Adolfo, I see Adolfo. I don't know if he's able to speak now.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all can hear me now.
Yeah, we can. Hi.
Okay, great, thanks. I just had a question. I'm trying to, my daughter, she has a alopecia and lost completely all her hair, and I was looking at maybe help on that part.
So for hair growth, I would say X39, Eon, and glutathione. Particularly X39 will help with that hair growth. How old is she?
She's 11.
Yeah, those would be the three. We have a lot of people see hair regrow with X39.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I am one of those.
you are. Look at that.
Yeah, that Robert was kind of explaining to me that, he started growing, his hair follicles back, and that's what I was kind of interested too.
Yeah, and I think that with what's going on with her, the Eon for inflammation would help as well. And glutathione would just detox some of the stuff out of her body. I think that those would be really good for her. Those would be the three. Those are really, out of all the patches, X39, Eon, and glutathione, they're always my first go-to three before I even add anything else, for me personally. Mhm.
¿Alguna otra pregunta? Another question?
One more time.
I couldn't hear that one.
That's what I'm gonna put on her. She's gonna help her hair.
Do we
Acuérdense que,
have any more questions?
acuérdense que están en la sesión y si su micrófono está prendido, se va a oír la conversación que ustedes tienen. ¿Hay alguna otra pregunta? Another question.
There you go, Roberto.
And we only have a D Gonzalez who is not unmuted. Did he have a question, Roberto?
I don't know because sometimes they do pop up if they have a question, but I don't see any other at this time.
Okay, well, perfect. Well, I would just say get with the person who brought you here, which would be Roberto, and Donna can help Roberto, and they can get your orders for you. And then I would say, Roberto, there may be a time that a group of you who really have results would like to spend an hour and share the business. And the business, Roberto, is really, we just give people we love. And I would love to facilitate that for you and your team for an hour. And I will fund those gifts for anybody that wants to do that with you and Donna. Okay?
Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
You're
Roberto,
welcome.
before we hang up, it is, if anyone would like to remain after Marcy leaves, I'm happy to facilitate either an order or understanding on more patches or help with filling out intake forms so we can have a plan moving forward with folks or whatever they would like to discuss financially on how it all works. I'm happy to help after Marcy leaves. Would anyone like to do that? Could you ask them?
Después de que Marcy nos deje de la sesión, Donna y yo vamos a quedarnos un tiempo después de la sesión para nuevamente contestar preguntas y si alguno desea ordenar parches o ahorita o después, por favor, contáctese ya sea conmigo o con Donna para poder hacerlo lo más pronto posible, si les es posible, y para explicarles también cómo lo pueden hacer, para que ustedes puedan también hacer su propio negocio sobre ello. Gracias. Thank you, Marcy, again. I appreciate your time.
You're welcome. I'm going to go ahead and leave you all on. Have a great Sunday. Thank you.
Thank you, Marcy. God
Bye-bye.
bless you. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
Salmon, thank you.
Hello, y'all. Would anyone like to speak? If you speak in English, I understand. If you speak in Spanish, we have interpreters.
Si alguno de ustedes decir algo o hablar o preguntar algo, ya sea en español o en inglés, pueden hacerlo ahorita.
So, yeah, I have a question. What about as far as to breaking the cycle? Like, let's say you want to go ahead and start taking the detoxifier. I forgot the name, I'm sorry.
Glutathione.
Yes. What if I wanted to go ahead and start taking that, but then after a certain while, I wanted to stop it? Probably like after 2 months or 3 months. How would that process go on? Because, you know, as far as the ultraviolet goes onto the body and getting vitamin D, I understand, you know, but what about breaking it?
Okay, so when these patches are, don't put anything in your body at all, zero,
Mhm.
nothing. So all it really does is it sends a signal. There's a signal that just says, hey, body, go to work. So I've been on the patches 8 months and I don't take all of them every day now,
Okay.
but I did I took X39, Eon, Alavita for the first few months, just all the time. And now I kind of skip with the Eon because I forget, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And I
Because I'm
use,
worried that I was gonna forget.
well, what you do is you put it next to your toothbrush.
Oh,
I put mine are in my bathroom area. That's where my patches are. I also have I don't have my purse here, but I also have patches in my purse. If for some reason I'm running fast, I know they're in my purse as I'm in my car. And so after a while, you literally make them a part of your everyday life. It's not something, it's not an add-on anymore. It's not, oh, I got to remember. It's really like brushing your teeth, drinking your water, getting dressed. It's just, you make it a basic part of your day. And so let's say you had something specific you want to address. Then X39, Eon for inflammation, and let's say the glutathione. I don't know what your true condition of your health is, but for instance, on the glutathione, I usually ask if your bowels are moving regularly, just because I'm a mama. And so I would say you start with the glutathione once or twice a week. And so that would last you actually a couple of months, sometimes even 3 months if you're using it a couple of times a week. You can just set yourself a schedule, Monday and Wednesday, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
yeah. I mean, if anything, I just wanted to get it more for like my mom, because she's big on detoxification of the body. She's a juice cleanser, and I just wanted to get her a little something that has a little more, I want to say, results to it.
Yes, absolutely. Roberto,
Yes.
I would do the X39, the Eon, the glutathione. What was the thing you said your mom was working with? Someone arrived in my home and I went, it's loud, sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. No, she just likes to detox her body, like with the juice cleansers.
Okay, I would say the glutathione for sure. So I would get a silver pack. It's $2.99 plus shipping and tax. And then every month I would receive the stem cell activation, because the stem cell is also going to do a level of detox in your body, because it's the real thing coming in, causing your own body to shake off things that are happening everywhere. Okay. And so the detoxer is going to really put her into a new level. So it increases your own glutathione by 300% in 24 hours. And so it's going to be a much stronger detoxer than she's ever experienced.
Right.
Ever experienced. So that would be a silver package X39, 2 months, 2 60-day packages of Eon. I would do the glutathione for 30 days. And honestly, yes. And
Hello?
honestly, I would also, honestly, if you're a mom, I would also do the Alavita. How old is your mom?
She's 60.
Okay, she's my age. Does she have any strong health concerns?
Well, that's the thing. I'm gonna talk to her first, because I want to get them for her, but then if she's not gonna want to put them in her skin, because
Well,
I don't know how she feels about it.
Have her talk to me, because I'm 60 this year, and so I get it. I would recommend the Alavita as well. The Alavita works with the Alavita is your 60-year-old friend, because this face has less lines, less wrinkles, and I have less age spots, and every 60-year-old woman wants that.
She's big on that too. But thank you
Your
so
mama
much.
wants to look good and feel good. So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But no,
thank you.
I think if you explain to her, matter of fact, why don't you and is she Spanish speaker only or English speaking?
No, she's a Spanish speaker only.
How about you and Robert and I get together with your mom and we talk, and I tell her how it works as a woman.
Yeah, that'll be great.
As a woman, that might make her a little bit more comfortable, because I'm gonna just be normal and just lay it down for her.
No, yeah, right, of course. But of course, yes, Donna, thank you so much.
Oh, it's made my honor. I love moms. I'm all about moms. My mom passed when I was 18, so you have to be an expert or to be a bad mom to me. I know that sounds extreme, but you know what I'm saying.
No, right, of course.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, and thank you so much to Roberto also as well for inviting me.
Yeah.
pleasure.
Robert's gonna contact you afterwards and we're gonna set a time for maybe the three of us to really talk
Mhm.
regarding your mom. And then we'll see if your mom would help us, let us talk with her, okay? Tell
Yeah,
her it's not high sales. Nobody's gonna be trying to get her to buy
yeah,
something.
no.
It's just to inform her how it works in a practical way for a 60-year-old woman's body
Of
versus,
course.
say, your age body.
Of course. Well, thank you
Okay.
so much.
Hey, yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Take care
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Is there anything else?
Anybody else? Let's see. It looks like
Okay.
they're listening, but
Yep.
not.
You know who you invited, Robert. So what I would do if I were you
Yes.
is I would just text each one,
Okay.
ask them how they felt like it went, ask them if they had any other questions, and ask them if they'd like to have a follow-up with me. And then I can help them with their specific condition.
Okay. Sounds great.
Okay.
Again, Donna, I appreciate it.
Hey, it's my honor. And hi, Elizabeth. Much love to you, honey. Okay. We'll talk soon then. Okay.
All right. Bye bye then. Gracias a todos por su presencia. Nos vemos entonces. Bye bye.
Bye-bye. Blessings.